Hi, my name is Dan Manson, and I've been in the drug and alcohol rehabilitation industry since 1996. I'm currently president and chairman of the board of Elevate Addiction Services. We know we have something really special at Elevate, something almost magical. People come into our program and they've been to other places before, and they say, "What is it about this place? I can't put my finger on it." We've been doing some training, and what we've really wanted to do was define exactly what it is that makes us special and unique. And so the purpose of this video is to help share that message. One of the main things that we were asked to do was to establish what is Elevate's core purpose. Like, why does it exist in one sentence? Really boil it down to the very, very essence of it. That our core purpose at Elevate Addiction Services is to restore lives and empower people. The core purpose to restore lives and empower people is a very lofty, high-level goal. So it transcends our niche, which is drug and alcohol rehabilitation. So those may be our clients, that's who we welcome into the facility, that's who we're here to service. But really, the goal isn't just to get them off drugs. That would be one goal, but really what we want to do is restore their life and empower people. And if we can do that, we're achieving our core purpose. What does it mean to restore a life? Well, so everybody had dreams as a child, right? Either they wanted to be a football player or a doctor or an astronaut or an actress or whatever they wanted. They all had a dream. They all had something that got them up in the morning, and it was special to them. It was unique to them. It was something that they thought in their minds, in 20 years, I'm going to be here and I'm going to be doing that. That's going to be who I am. So that was their dreams. That was who they were deep down, who they were creating. So what happens is that they lose their dreams over time. They get older, they run into drugs, they start making mistakes, and all of a sudden life gets hard and they don't really want to live that dream anymore. The dreams are why they exist. What they need is a purpose. So ultimately, purpose is synonymous with life. So if we can restore somebody's purpose, we can restore their dreams, we can restore who they are deep down and what they want to do in life, they're going to reach goals and become happy. And they're going to find that they don't need drugs anymore, because what they're doing is they're living the life they always wanted. And that's what we're trying to do when I say we're trying to restore life. At Elevate, we just don't want people sober. We want them excited about life, excited about their dreams, excited about getting up in the morning and going and doing something. That's what we want to do with people. We don't want them to just have a life where they're, miserable all the time. We want them to empower themselves to tackle life. When clients come into Elevate, they're usually broken. They're broken mentally, psychologically, spiritually. They've lost all hope. They're filled with fear and shame and guilt, and they don't even know if they have a second chance yet. So when they come in, we don't judge them. We don't talk about their past. We just want to support them. We help them with a smile. We see if they can get through one day and then make the next day better than the day before. We're there telling them that we believe in them, even if they haven't believed in themselves for a really long time. And we're getting their self-confidence back a little bit more each day. And that what we're actually doing is we're empowering them to start to take control of their life again. When people are actually empowered and it's genuine and it's real to them, they live life in a totally different way. They can set goals for the future and they can work hard and make them. And things will come in their way. They'll have obstacles, but they'll charge through regardless, because they feel determined, because they are empowered. Very famous, successful people in life just charge through their goals and they never give up. That's very common. And so empowered people do that. That's how they live their life. They take a goal and they go for it, and they don't give up, and they don't let anything stand in their way. And that's what we're trying to help people do at Elevate. We tell our clients that they really matter. Even if they don't believe they matter themselves, we cheer them on. We're saying, yeah, go for the finish line. We're behind you. We support you. Accomplish your goals. Fulfill your dreams. We're right here standing beside you. At Elevate, we try to mentor them beyond what they can see right now, but to what they could become. And we want to show them that they are worthy of a better life and they can go get it. So that's what we do here at Elevate. That is our core purpose, to restore lives and empower people. And that's why we're here. So I mentioned that Elevate has a unique culture, and we were asked to define, well, what is that culture exactly in words? And so that became our 5 core values. So our first core value is genuine compassion for others. Now, why is that our first value? Well, it's foundational to everything else. If you don't like people and you don't want to help them, Elevate probably isn't the place for you. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to be lovey-dovey or overly affectionate or anything like that. In fact, that would probably be pretty unprofessional. But it does mean that you have to be genuine. If you're smiling at somebody, you should really mean it. You know, you don't have them turn their back and you roll your eyes. You have to be a genuine person. You have to actually care for people. Remember, we welcome people into the program at what is normally one of the lowest points of their life. Usually when clients show up, they're experiencing any one of the following: fear, anxiety, guilt, anger at themselves or others, shame, sorrow, hopelessness. They're physically malnourished. They're mentally drained. It doesn't matter what your role is here at Elevate. You have to just remember that the people who are here, our clients, are brave. They're here vulnerable. They're putting themselves out there and they're trying their best. And we have to remember that. We have to give them a smile. We have to give them positive encouragement. We have to tell them that they're doing well. They're doing great. We're here for them. So that's our first core value. And to sum it up, a staff member at Elevate must have genuine compassion for others. The next core value I want to talk about is that we want Elevate staff to be purpose-driven. When we were writing our core values, we played with this one for a little bit. We liked the word driven because we really wanted staff who had initiative and who were self-starters. That was important to us. If you're not a driven person, you're just going to try to punch the clock and hide out and do the bare minimum of work possible. You're really going to stick out at Elevate because we're all there for the purpose. So we're purpose-driven. We want to help people out, and we're there to go to work not just because it's a job, but because it's what we do. We're all going to have a bad day sometimes, myself included. I work in an office. I work in front of a computer, email, conference calls, on the phone all the time. That's my job. But when I walk on campus and I see all the great work we're doing, and I see the clients and I see the positivity and everyone succeeding, it recharges me. And when I go to graduation every week, it makes it all worth it. I see these people who came in, broken and scared and afraid, and a few months later, they are these bright, shining beams of energy and confidence. It's incredible, and I feel proud of that. My favorite part of graduation is when the families get up and they talk about what their life was like before Elevate. And then I hear these stories and I can't even believe it's the same life, it's the same people, but it really is. And we do incredible work there. And I can't believe what we pull off. Okay, now, so the third core value that I want to talk about is that we want everyone at Elevate to be a positive team player. So what does that mean? Does that mean you have to participate in every team building session we ever do, or sing happy birthday to everybody as loudly as you can at staff meeting? No, of course not. Some people are extroverts and they love that stuff. Some people are more reserved and introverted and reflective and imaginative, and that's okay. All we really want is for you to be yourself, but be positive. So what does being positive look like? Okay, well, it means that you're professional, okay? You're doing your job, you're walking around with a smile on your face, you're not walking around dramatic, or you have all these problems, or you have an upset. No, if you have an upset, you go to your superior and you work it out, or you send something in writing and be professional about it. The clients look up to us as an example of what someone is going to be like when you're out of recovery. If you're a new staff, understand that we don't expect you to know everything on day one. We understand you'll make mistakes, that's no big deal, but just be honest and have open communication with us and we'll help you. When clients come into their program, a lot of times they say, I can't believe everyone is so happy here, it's actually kind of weird. Well, that's from our culture, that's from our positive environment and all the team players supporting each other. And it's a really great example to the clients that recovery doesn't have to be miserable. So always remember that your attitude every day at work is what creates that culture for every single client here. Our fourth core value is called do the right thing. So what does that mean exactly? Well, we have rules that Elevate. You don't come to work drunk, that's obvious. You have to be on time, you have to do your job, okay? That's the kind of stuff we're not talking about. We're actually talking about when you're in a situation and something's happening, you need to do the right thing. So what does doing the right thing look like? Okay, well, let's say you have a client who's having a really bad day. He's pretty pissed off. He doesn't want to go in to do his block or participate in group. And he comes to you and he's yelling at you and he's really throwing a fit. Well, you're going to understand where that guy's coming from and you're going to do the appropriate thing for that situation. And sometimes doing the right thing means having to kick out that toxic client who's negatively affecting 10 people because you need to preserve the culture of positivity. This can be a hard job and there's going to be a lot of challenges. But at Elevate, we expect you to do the right thing. And you'll learn that with training and experience, but just be patient with yourself and you'll get there. We felt like the core values would be incomplete if we didn't include this last one, which is hardworking and fun. The hardworking part is pretty self-explanatory, but what about the fun? I mean, isn't this a serious job? Let's be super honest, this is a life or death industry, and for some of our clients, this could be their very last chance. But that can be very draining for our staff and weigh a lot of burden on their shoulders. That's why fun is such an important tool to help each other avoid burnout. I love it when I walk around the facility and I see our clients and staff laughing. To me, that's real recovery happening. If our staff is happy, then our clients are happy, and it doesn't feel like work for a second. So let's recap the 5 core values. Genuine compassion for others, purpose-driven, positive team player, do the right thing, and hardworking and fun. So we've talked about Elevate's purpose, we've talked about Elevate's values, and now it's up to you to decide whether or not you come on board.